Congratulations. You are so freaking hilarious in this.
Thank you.
And I have to ask you, like, do you go to the RV community to get some tips?
I mean, I didn't, for this particular job, I did not have to dig that deep. I come from a proud, long line of RV vacationers, actually. My grandfather on my mom's dad, Storm and Norm Bunker, was a proud RVer. He had an RV. Mm-hmm.
Really?
And yep.
Wow.
Yeah, and so he would park it in our driveway as a kid, and we were so excited because we had Jiffy Pop, and we could use Jiffy Pop and watch movies just in our front yard in an RV. And my brothers and I thought it was the coolest thing ever.
That would be the coolest thing.
Oh, it was awesome. I was like, what is going on? There's a kitchen in here? I didn't understand it, but it's the best way to travel. My dad really wants to do it too. Really wants to, because I have two little, wants to take us all on a trip, and I'm like, I don't know.
Well, I was going to ask you that because here you are, you're a mom. Yeah, the kids are little, I get it. But,
Yes.
But do you ever foresee getting on the road, you and your husband and two kids, and going in an RV? And just...
I mean, no. Right now it sounds so exhausting. I could cry thinking about it. I need to spread out. I need a bathroom that's like a little bit bigger. But I mean, in a few years that could be a ball. Yeah. I mean, my kids would love it. I'm sure it would be an amazing bonding experience because I think that the kids would, we would go, I'm sure we would go through a million lifetimes together. Certainly my husband and I would.
That's for sure.
We would be like, it would be a journey.
So really, it didn't look like you had too much fun making this film.
Oh,
Nick
God.
Offerman? Oh, tough, tough
forget
life.
it. Forget it. Can't even bother to show up today. No, isn't
what
he?
What on earth is it like to be with the... I'm sorry, he's a comedic genius,
He's a genius. He's like, yeah, I agree. I think he is extraordinary. Extraordinary. I was so excited to work with him. Yeah, he just brings, he's like, you have to just stand back. It's like a force of nature. It's like just a comedy tornado.
Do you have a secret weapon of keeping a straight face?
No, I'm not awesome at it. I really try very hard. But also, I feel like the deeper you're in it and the more like on the edge of you are, the more magic it is too. If you can really try not to laugh, it really helps. Because sometimes you get right up to that line and you can feel it. It's like right beneath the surface and someone's going to, but then there's sometimes if you can just really keep it together, the magic that happens on the other side of that is so, I don't know if it's magic, I shouldn't say magic, but what the stuff that happens after it can be really unexpected and delicious.
Delicious is a great word, that's for sure. So you're doing these things. Your character Edie, she's interesting.
Yes,
I like
Edith.
her.
Yes, I love her. Fitzgerald.
She's got a nice wardrobe happening, but I gotta say, the visor, kind of liking the visor.
I think a visor is a practical option because you can keep your hair going, you don't get a hat head, and yet keeps the sun off your face. It's the best of all worlds.
Multi-purpose.
It's multi-purpose.
Did they let you keep the visor?
Oh, I was begging, and for some reason I was like, of any film I've done, I have to have the wardrobe. But you know what I got to wear too, which was actually, it was a twofer for me, is I got to wear those shape-ups, those shoes in which you can work your calves at the same time that you're sporting your white shoes, and that really was a great added benefit for my own personal exercise.
Do they work? Kathryn, come on.
It's just lugging around 17 extra pounds. I don't know. It's like strapping a cinder block to each foot, but it's fine. So something's going to happen.
Well, you look amazing, so I guess they did.
It's the shape-ups.
All right. You are in a tent with Jason Sudeikis, Nick Offerman, yourself, of course, and Jennifer Aniston. And you have to feel up Jennifer Aniston.
I know.
So just take me back to that scene and how it all went down.
If I'm going to go back in that in my mind. It was, let me take you back on a little trip. That scene, it had been originally written as a kiss that we had shared. And then we realized in the rehearsing of it, that a kiss happens right after it, with the big kissing scene where they're all, where they're teaching, the ladies of his family are teaching Will how to really kiss. And so we thought it was just too many, one on top of the other, so we were like, but what can we do? Because we knew we just needed to do something there because there was such possibility. I think it was Jennifer that came up with it. Like one of us came up and we just started laughing so hard thinking about it. I just thought it would be so funny just to have just a quick boob grab. It was perfect.
It worked. It was quite funny.
Yeah, we laughed very, very hard.
When you're working with, the Jasons and the Jennifers and Nick, I mean, how much is scripted? How much is improv when you're working with people?
I mean, there's a lot of both. I mean, the script was so solid, and that it wasn't, sometimes improvising can be just like kind of around the written word as like padding, and it's never kind of, but in this it really felt like everything was pretty valuable. Like it was either in place of something, just to heighten it, just kind of added on to what was already there and fantastic, or Rawson was really open that we could just kind of like jump in and try stuff, and he'd do takes that was like it was fun. But I mean, it was crazy fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I love Wilmington. I actually had so much fun shooting there. I love that city.
That's great. Yeah, it looked like a lot of fun, and the movie is very, very funny.
Yay.
You're so versatile. You do so much stuff. How do you know when you get a script, whether it's TV, whether it's film? What is it that grabs you?
What if I just made it horrible? What if I was like, the money? I'm gonna be frank with you. That's what grabs me. I was like, oh, this sounds interesting. No, I would say, I've been, I guess the quality of the people involved, if it's people I haven't worked with before, if it's people I have worked with before, and I just know that it would be such a ball, a type of part, I guess. But it's basically, it's been a gorgeously chaotic career, so I just feel like whatever comes is exactly what's supposed to come next.
Well, you got a lot of stuff coming up, and I think we're going to see you at the Toronto Film Festival.
Yes!
With director Jason Bateman for Bad Words.
Jason Bateman,
which
is very close.
Because Jason is going to have, I'm sorry.
Yes, understandably.
I knew it was Jason Bateman. I don't know why I thought Bateman, because he's Canadian or whatever. But
yes.
Working with somebody like Bateman in his directorial debut, wow.
Yeah, and that's also, I had the good fortune to see that movie, and I think you're going to be really excited. It's really, really, really solid, too. It's awesome.
Well,
he's a natural director.
Good. Yeah, I could see that with him. He's a great guy.
Yeah.
Well, you are fantastic in this. I can't wait to see you. I hope you're going to come to Toronto.
I really hope so.
Yeah, I hope so too.
Oh,
Fingers
good.
crossed, and we'll see each other again then. And a pleasure to talk to you.
You look so cool and refreshing.
Oh, you are so sweet.
A pleasure.